Hi guys, as you know, we already made a video about Brett Cooper getting fired, actually leaving the Daily Wires and the ins and outs, although we are still not completely in the loop and new things keep coming out and we are still figuring out what's going on. But one thing we can all agree on, the Daily Wire screwed up and they didn't do a great job, and her ex Maid of Honor, Reagan, is getting the worst out of it. Does she deserve this or not? I don't know for sure. I think she should have started with a new video or a new YouTube channel, not the comment section, and even change the whole name and the whole vibe of it instead of just reusing and trying to be a copy of Brett. And what can we say? A copy is always a copy. It's never the original. It's always the worst. Let's go and check out what is there to see what are the newest updates about it. And this video is by Zook Davis. It's called The Uncomfortable Truth.
Now, some of you are probably asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions. Now, many of you have known me as
like
producer
the first
Reagan.
video
I've been working on this show for almost 3 years now.
Hold on.
Reagan Conrad.
So I was trying to think of another type of DIY to show you guys.
Look how she used to speak, okay? Like, this is her, and that there was Brett.
Some things he found at Walmart. The response was just really positive.
Something's off. This is Reagan from 2 years ago versus right now. If you're not caught up with the Daily Wire situation with Brett Cooper, all that's in my other videos. I'll link them down below. I'm here to see if she took acting lessons. So let's start with the original.
Oh, she definitely did.
So
there is more than acting lessons. It's the same studio, the same mic, the same audio, so they use the same filters on it, and now somehow they made it sound exactly the same voice like Brett. She took acting lessons, she took speak lessons, she imitated the mannerism, everything, how she speaks, just to make it as if we will not notice, as if we are so effing dumb that we will not notice the difference. It's just the same person. And this is like when you take away the personality and the person and the character out of it, the soul out of it, and you think you can just make a carbon copy and expect people to like be okay with it. You know, no, the reason this succeeded is because of Brett, not because of everything around it. And this is what Daily Wires thinks, is that, oh, we created her, all right? We made Brett who she is. We can do that all over again. You know, she is replaceable. She's just a person. Well, guess what?
oh, my friends, while I have you here, I thought we could run it back one last time with the comment section. And last night, I was sitting at my laptop, literally racking my brain, trying to think about what would be the perfect last episode. I mean, there was so much that happened over the weekend.
You see that? Natural. Eyes joyful, no weird vibes or awkward body language. There's an authentic vibe, like she's just chatting with a friend.
I mean, there was so much that happened over the weekend that I desperately wanted to talk to you about. Trump in France and the handshake wars with Macron, chatting with Joe Biden. Obviously, she looked very interested in him. I wanted to react to his wildly insane Meet the Press interview. Obviously, we can't forget Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy literally admitting on stage with the New York Times.
So wash the hands, right? Moving, involved. It's like they're having their own show. Trump wants to do this because he needs to do that.
Basically sending a huge FU to New York's pro-criminal justice system. I mean, it has been a long 5 days. But there was one story that really stood out to me. Something that encapsulates how I've always viewed my show.
So her delivery comes off authentic, like it's good pace, it's friendly, it doesn't sound scripted. I'm sure she has her notes and her outlines. It's like the most fucking authentic delivery that you could possibly achieve. And
she has a script, of course, but she's such a professional that she makes it sound as authentic as possible. She's reading from a teleprompter for sure. There is no person that can memorize so many things at once and speak so fast without like a lot of mistakes and a lot of repeating and whatnot. She's just a professional. She could be a journalist. She could be a news spokesperson. Like, that's
it's been like this since her early episodes all the way till now, or a couple weeks ago. She's gotten better. This is the personality that cultivated this huge fan base in a really short amount of time.
And then we have that
Reagan.
She's Don Jr.'s daughter. She also is an aspiring golfer. And now she is the next new rising influencer. So move out of the way, Alex Earl, because Kai Trump has entered the ring. But she's doing it in a way that...
Dude, honestly, it feels like AI.
...is cool and new and refreshing.
See that?
Sorry. I'm a bit sick.
Something's off.
I thought we could run it back one last time with the comment section. And last night, I was sitting at my laptop, literally racking my brain, trying to think about what would be the perfect last episode. I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Like, look at the devious look on Brett's face. She's like, this is my shit. Smirk on, she's cooking, she's in her element. Like, she knows she's hot shit. Like, Reagan, she looks like a deer in headlights. Like, look at her eyes. It's like the look of, I hope you'll accept me. Like,
no, she's really terrified. The look of like, I know I messed up, but I really need the money, and I know I am the villain here. I'm not the only villain, but it's my face on it, you know? So like,
God, please, because I really don't want to fuck this up. Which is fair. She's just getting started, and they put her in a tough ass spot.
Help me.
Me.
Honestly, they messed her
so people
up
are loving
so
her, and I think
much.
it's fantastic. Her videos are similar to the OG vlog day in the lives that were popular a couple years ago.
Hands are forced. Reagan was Brett's previous producer. Everybody knows in showbiz or public speaking or content creation, you gotta move your hands. So it's different in front of the camera now, where she has to incorporate her hands a little bit more. And it's gonna be something to get used to. Obviously, Brett had 3 years of practice.
It's just her working out and then going to golf and then driving around in her Cybertruck. I've watched all of these videos and they are just objectively fun because this is a very unique life that she leads, and it should.
Dude, she is not a person that moves her hand. She is trying to do that to sound and imitate her, but there's this thing, okay? Like, there's people who move their hand, like Reagan, like this, okay? And there are people who speak with their hand, okay? So they make so many different, I don't know what to call, movements to like impersonate what they are saying, you know, to help out with what they are saying. It's just the way you are. That's the way I am. Like, it helps me out because my English is not the first language that I speak, so it helps me out to like try to explain what I have to say, like try to work with my brain what I'm trying to say. And that's why I use my hands when I'm speaking a lot. And plus I'm half Arab. I feel like it's in my genes, you know, genetics, not genes that I'm wearing. So I think that's the reason. But what she's doing is she's mimicking. And when you are mimicking, and it feels like her face is not, her eyes are now coordinating with her mouth, and her mouth is not coordinating with the rest of her body, posture, and especially her hands. Like, it's not working together.
Could be inspiring because she's not just out there spending her family's money and acting like a spoiled brat. She works hard and she exemplifies a lifestyle that young people can aspire to. Now, she also just posts videos.
Yup. Delivery sounds scripted. It's like a curated effort to not step out of line. Like a stick to the script or else. So old Reagan's a bit different. The video I'm pulling up was from her independent YouTube channel a few years ago. Her old channel was thrifting, try-ons, vlogs, and believe it or not, she got the channel up to 5K subs. And apparently her first video was 2018. So what we're gonna do is pick this unboxing video to see how she talked on camera a while back versus how she talks on camera now.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Reagan. For those of you who are new, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be unboxing a mystery thrift box from Good Fare. So obviously before accepting any kind of collaboration, I definitely wanted to check out the website and learn a little bit more about the company.
The hands are still there,
chapter of the
but
comment
not
section.
as much.
And I am your new host, Reagan Conrad. Now, some of you are probably asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions. Now, many of you have known me as producer Reagan. I've been working on this show for almost 3 years now.
Okay, like, keep in mind, like, it's such a long time ago. And if I go now back to my first video and react to my first video that is a decade old, brother, like, it's a huge difference. Like, it's still me, of course, but my accent is different. The way I speak towards the camera, like, I'm so terrified in front of the camera back then, and I still am getting better and better. Like, I'm not even there. Like, I see myself getting so much better. Maybe on the level of Brett. Like, it would be my dream to be able to speak like Brett Cooper. It would be a dream of mine to have a channel like her, you know, like that's my goal. That's what I want to try to achieve one day. And work on, like, not be the copy of Brett, but be my own thing, you know. But yeah, I wanted to say is that we cannot really harshly here compare these two, because you age with experience, you change. But changing to the same copy of Brett, that's what is sus.
That's the same person.
So obviously, before accepting any kind of collaboration, I definitely wanted to check out the website and learn a little bit more about the company to see if they were a good match for me and what I like to talk about and promote on my page.
It's the same person. The delivery, the tonality, the hand movements. That's the same damn person.
I was listening to Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles literally every day because they were the voices online echoing my thoughts and my values and my beliefs. So I decided to apply to the Daily Wire. And I got a job and I moved across the country from Pennsylvania to Nashville, and I've been here ever since.
The only difference is her projection. She sounds the exact same. She's just projecting to the camera on the comment section. For example, right, this would be me, how I talk day to day if I'm off camera and you were to have a conversation with me. But y'all ain't watching that shit. So on camera, I gotta put a little bit more of an energetic personality.
Nah, I do not agree with that it's the same person. I do not agree with him, because the hands are there, okay? Yeah, she doesn't move a lot her hands. That's how, like, that's her range of hand movements. It's still the same expressions with the hands. It's not Brett level, it's not my level, but it is hers. However, the fact, like,
I like to talk about and promote
the words. Keep in mind the words. Now, how do you know? Listen, close your eyes and listen to her speaking here. Then compare her speaking here with what we hear today on the show, and then put a Brett Cooper video. That will tell you everything you have to, like, it's the same tonality, maybe it's the same mic they are using, and then the auto-tune that they are using. It sounds like Brett, you guys. I would almost not know the difference.
Ain't watching that shit. So on camera, I gotta put a little bit more of an energetic personality to get you fuckers to stay and watch. I think the only difference from her and her at-home personal videos and a daily big-budget internet web show is exactly that. You can get on cam and talk quietly to 5,000 people in your room by yourself. But on a show like this, with a big-ass budget and millions of subscribers, you gotta project confidence and authority, because that's the only way you get people to...
And there is no problem with that, except the fact that you sound exactly like someone else.
Trust the information that you're giving them. Basically, I can see this person being told, all right, fun time's over. It's time to amp it up. It's like she's trying to mix in her offline personality with her big time YouTube show host personality, and she's working on coming off sounding a little bit more authentic. So how about you? Am I seeing this wrong? Whether or not there's truth to the acting allegations, this person is pretty much the same from her old videos till now. She's just projecting. But I did get sent a 10-minute video on Instagram from a viewer, and it's Reagan's cousin coming out and explaining what actually happened between Brett and Reagan, with a bunch of info that nobody's heard before.
Over the past week or so, I have watched the internet completely rip my cousin to shreds over something that is the furthest thing from her fault. I've watched the one person who should have been in her corner and could have changed the narrative sit back and stay completely silent.
It covered the whole situation from beginning to end from Reagan's perspective. Now, if you want me to cover that, hit the like button and let me know in the comment section. Subscribe if you got any value from this video, and catch you next time.
Haha, joke's on you. I actually found the original video.
Sure, do I think the Daily Wire could have handled this differently and started a new show?
It's on the Daily Wire.
But the show was never owned by Brett. It was never Brett's show. It's the Daily Wire's show, hosted by Brett. There was actually a host before Brett, although a lot of people don't know that.